what it is. I see we got Parker Lewis on now, so we'll go ahead and get started here.
Okay. Thank you.
So, hello everybody, and welcome to this week's Legacy in Farming and Health meeting. And so we have back with us this time Spencer Tribble.
Yay!
So everybody remembers Spencer. Spencer came on about a month ago, and he was sharing with us about his ability to create homes and stuff out of storage containers, and also about being opportunities to be able to grow. He also had a opportunity that he had shared with us about being able to grow crops and grow them in a faster rotation, having more crops and stuff out of one thing. So, Spencer, I'm gonna pass it on to you and let you update us on what's going on and what's happening in your neck of the woods. Go ahead.
Yeah. So first and foremost, greetings to everybody. It's a pleasure to be back in this space with you guys to, touch base on some things to hopefully be able to help one another, be able to progress some things and, come together and make some great things happen. Just to give a little bit background for, anyone that may not necessarily remember, me and my business partner, Conroy Blake, we are the co-founders of Green Block Development. We specialize in providing affordable housing made out of recycled shipping containers, specifically for low-income and homeless families. We do luxury models as well, and we also do commercial property. So anywhere from housing to schools to potential businesses, office space, et cetera, any type of build that you can do, the traditional, conventional build, we do that exact same build using recyclable material. In addition to that, right, so the whole focus behind that was strictly to, I don't know if you guys can hear that, probably can, but
yeah.
Yeah, that was Conrad text me, but we also, in addition to being able to provide affordable housing in the communities that need it most, we also decided to tackle the agriculture aspect of it. And specifically, that's where my background comes into play more so than anything. Conroy is more of his background has been between 12 to 15 years of doing renovations and, just remodeling and construction in general. So from an agricultural aspect, we decided that, we wanted to tackle food deserts within our communities, all over. And so we decided that the best thing for us to do is to be able to, acquire land, which we have roughly about 17 acres of land to grow on in Jamaica, Montego Bay, as well as Portland, Jamaica. And we are growing fresh produce, some ginger, some pepper. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, a big thing right now between 5, we're about to grow to 8 acres. We're growing medical marijuana, which is huge because Jamaica and Canada, with them doing a $200 billion deal where Jamaica grows all of Canada's medical, that was something that we didn't even initially think about to do. They kind of, the leadership over in Jamaica kind of asked us and threw that idea to us to be able to embark on. So it only made sense. And with that being said, we decided to incorporate a partner in Detroit who has developed a spinner. It's called Spinner Grow, where it helps with the harvest period of being able to speed up the process, which works wonders. So Conroy, he has a lot more detailed information about that specifically. So if there's any additional information, I know we touched on it last time, but I just kind of want to reiterate that just in case anyone might have missed it or didn't catch it last time. But the last time we were on this call, we were preparing to go to a cannabis conference in Jamaica, which Conroy actually went. I was in New York at the time, and a lot of great things actually came from that. There was a lot of people there from all over, and a lot of, people that are investors and, looking to really get into the whole cannabis industry. And so it was interesting because they were already, some of these people we connected with were former NFL players and, professional athletes, and they were already like following Green Block. And so when they found out that it's the same company that does the cannabis as well as the housing, they were like really like, man, we really need to make some things happen and come together. So right now, as we speak, we are in talks with a couple of investors looking to partner together to do some things from a cannabis aspect, but also from a housing aspect. So a brother over there received a $3 million grant, basically, or got funding for $3 million to do 1,000 home development over there, which he wants to give us 200 homes to start off with. So that's a big opportunity over there, as well as a late potentially Costa Rica, Indiana. I don't know what part of Indiana, but Indiana and Texas, Dallas. So a lot came from that experience, and we're actually waiting right now. Hopefully, I'm gonna give it. I want to say by the end of this week, tomorrow, Friday. What's today? Thursday? Yeah. So by tomorrow we'll be able to hear some things, but it'll probably be more like next week. So I'll keep you guys, at least John, I'll keep you updated with some things we have going on, and then if there's any type of opportunity for a collaboration, we definitely want to be able to utilize that and find ways to work together. We're a company that's not about reinventing the wheel or not willing to share a piece of the pie. So as many people as we could possibly partner together to conquer the bigger mission, the overall goal, we're willing to do that no matter no matter what it looked like, as long as it's, legal and, done with integrity and things of that sort. So that's all I have at the moment. I wish Conrad probably had some things. If he texts me in the midst of while we're still on, I'll add later. But if anyone has any questions or need any additional information, feel free.
Well, I'm gonna open it up to anybody. Anybody have any questions right quick?
Well, I have a question. What is the price range of those units?
So, yeah, great question. So it varies. So if you're talking international, it's a lot more, it's cheaper, right? The cost to build over there is a lot cheaper than it is here in the States. In the States, the housing ranges from anywhere between 100, we sell anywhere between 120 to about roughly 160,000, depending on the overall finish. And that just depends on the customer. So, because we do custom builds, we do have models that we have for you to be able to go off of, but typically people, they want X, Y, and Z, and that's what we want to give folks. So depending on the type of appliances and whatever other type of finishes you're looking for will obviously dictate the price. But overall, it's the most affordable thing out there, in terms of the conventional build. So I'm in LA right now. There's people out here that we are in talks with, where the stuff that they want done would probably cost them anywhere between $900,000 and $1 million. Us building, they're going this route with us, it would cost them about 300, 400,000. So it's a major, I mean, it's way more cost effective than your traditional build. And then there are people who have the traditional build that want to add on. They want to add on using shipping containers. So that's always a possibility as well.
That sounds great. I had a few little questions. One, been working around here. I went to the All Black National Convention, and so there's probably quite a few people who I've introduced to your webpage and everything else who were very interested in what you were doing. So you probably will get a few calls from them. There's also a few individuals in Indiana who I talked with after I talked with Conroy, and they were looking at doing a few things with you guys also. And then I have an opportunity that's coming up, a couple things. One, that I probably have an opportunity to probably in a couple places put up a storefront that we may be able to do something like that. So, you know, I want to get with you guys and see what we can work out on that. Some of these things would probably be state funded. So depends on how big they want to go with that. We'll be able to do that. And then finally, the last part that I was interested in, and you can comment on any of this stuff, was the NFA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just got with the groups down here, and so they're looking at they've gotten with us on putting together a group for agriculture and things of that nature. I was wanting to I know that you know some of the guys that were in that NFA that may still be together, and let me know if you have a problem with my internet. We got a storm coming up here pretty soon.
No. I heard your question. No, that's great work, first and foremost, and gratitude for speaking on behalf of Green Block and getting the word and things of that nature out there, man. So definitely appreciate that. To answer your question, actually my advisor in undergrad, he actually he has the history of New Farmers America. He knows a ton of still living members and presidents and things. So I definitely reach out to him. He's actually he lives in San Antonio now. He still works in ag. He's an ag education professor at, I think, Texas State. But he has access to a number of former members of NFA. And so I'll definitely reach out to him and get some information from him so, we can be able to make contact.
All right, that sounds good. And I know on the other things we'll be able to get together and discuss at another time, but I wanted to put those things out here while I was thinking about them.
And that you mentioned the storefront, we actually last week launched a GoFundMe to do a container store in Chicago for a Black youth entrepreneurship group called Young Heroes. Young Heroes is a company that's ran by high school scholars, Black high school scholars between the ages of 14 and 17. They go throughout the communities of Chicago, South Side, West Side areas, participating in trash pickup, keeping the community clean, reading to kids, and from a profit aspect, they sell shirts called Design Heroes in the Hood. They have had recognition from like Steve Harvey, a few other media outlets, and so we just launched a GoFundMe to be able to do a container store, plus the land acquisition, and do the full development of it. So I could post a link, but if anyone is willing to support, donate, or help spread the word to your colleagues or friends, family. But gladly appreciate that because we can definitely use as much help as possible.
Yeah. So
So
there we go. Parker Lewis.
yeah, nice to hear from you, Spencer. Great presentation. I appreciate what you're doing. I'm in the Dallas area, and especially with John and I have had, you know, I'm interested in trying to, use some of the resources, at least with the people here, to um, be some feet and hands on the ground, type thing. So that's at least, what I would be asking to get more information from you as far as, what do you see as those opportunities you were talking about specifically,
Yeah.
Dallas, but I would also be interested in Jamaica because I'm a traveler.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
basically my thing is to bring sustainable practices wherever I go. I'm a sojourner, sustainability sojourner, that's what I do.
Right.
And so, like, from growing food to natural building. When I say natural building, I'm not really in the whether or not it's rugged or how it looks. It's more what do you have available. I mean, if it's right down the street, and it's gonna, be still be cookie cutter, such as a container. I think that is the wisest and most accessible way of creating, housing. So I'm all for trying to, reclaim and do some of that around here. I wouldn't know what I'm doing or what any of that information is. So, help with that, I'm good to help with, being here to do that with you.
Hey, well, brother, foremost, man, appreciate that this time. You sharing your willingness to pitch in and hopefully be able to be a part of the team, man, at some point. Because that's what the goal is. We want to be able to bring as many people that share that similar mission, that believe in it, that can see the vision and bring people on board. And I'm all about, man, making sure that you feed your people. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that, I mean, you take care of the people that's willing to help, put in work. You know what I mean? So, and that could look in a number of different ways. We have several different options that, we could talk about later down the road. But no, we definitely, especially in Texas, is the opportunity to grow. And I know you're willing to travel, which is even better. We definitely, man, looking to start growing a team sooner than later. And I don't know what type of skills you may necessarily have, but we could talk about that. We can set up a call sometime this week for the weekend. Doesn't matter, whenever you're available, and kind of touch on some things, man, and see where some pieces fit at, and move from there, man. So appreciate that, and I definitely, man, look forward to being able to have further conversation.
I think what he said is something that quite a few of us will probably be interested in helping you guys out. Me, especially with my son and working with different youth and stuff, would love to be able to work with you guys and help them to learn how to gain some skills in construction and putting things together. So, Deb, you have anything?
I do. First, Spencer, I'd like to talk to you some about your website.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to help you with proofing and such.
Okay.
That's what I do. I build websites, and I write and I edit, and I'm like that kind of person. So I looked over the site. I thought it was really, really good. I just saw a couple areas where I might be able to help.
Okay.
And also, as an overall note, I don't know whether you know that I set up nonprofit organizations. And I'm also a nonprofit organization sponsor myself. I am a nonprofit.
Okay. Nice.
There are a lot of ways to take advantage of nonprofit status without setting up your own
Right.
nonprofit.
Right.
And I can talk with people about their feelings about that and their posture in regard to nonprofit, and want to point out that it's incredibly beneficial.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm semi familiar with that. So no, I definitely would love to, talk about the website and as well as the nonprofit. We welcome any constructive criticism, any way to get better and just, to put out full out quality customer service, anything, just to be a top of the line company, because I know a lot of small businesses in particular, minority owned businesses, especially Black owned, being that's what we are. A lot of times, we face challenges with, professionalism and quality and and so it makes it sometimes a little bit more challenging for us to help support. And for us, that's one thing that, I always keep in mind. So anything we could possibly do to get better, I welcome that big time. So I appreciate you looking over the website, and definitely open to hearing whatever feedback, suggestions, recommendations that you may have.
Okay. Dr. Ramona, I would like to talk with you if you have time right after this meeting or at another time later today or tomorrow.
Yes, I should be available after the meeting.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure.
Okay. So does anybody have anything else to ask Spencer?
If you have an operation in Los Angeles, that I would be willing to help. I don't know how many people you have working there, but if you have enough workers, I should be able to help with keeping them safe,
Yes.
with their safety, the environmental compliance and protection, and also if somebody gets sick.
And what we will do, I'll ask you, Spencer. I don't know if you're able to, but if you could put in the chat your email address. I don't know if everybody froze or if I froze.
I think you froze, John.
I froze because it looked like everybody else was frozen. I said, all right, one of us is in
We're all
trouble.
frozen.
You said, can I put in what?
Your contact information.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So I just hit the chat and put it in there?
Yeah, you can put it in, and everybody will be able to receive it.
Actually changing my number, probably be different tomorrow, but
or Deb, if you want, and Dr. Ramona, if you want, you can put into the chat your information, and he can take that down, and that way he'll be able to get in contact with you.
I'm entering my information right now.
Okay.
I think I messed up. I put
so
let's see what do I put mine? I'm looking for the link. I put share, but that's not where you do it.
No, go to chat.
Yeah, click on the chat icon.
I don't know what happened to this screen. I used to have that in the past. Oh, what is it? Invite participants, maybe?
No.
No, under invite participants, share, chat. It's right there. It's in orange.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, you're going in the wrong direction. Go back in the other direction.
Okay. Okay, I'm sending my information. 1572986. Okay. Okay, that's my information.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So, Spencer, did you have anything else that you want to share or add?
No, not at the moment. Not that I could think.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that's good. That's good. I was hoping to get with Ina Jones. She was supposed to be on also. Matter of fact, she's doing something in Chicago. And you said the name of the group?
That's the sister that makes shirts and stuff too?
She might be. I don't know. She contacted me and was telling me about, she was doing something, working with somebody about trying to open up something for food deserts. And so I invited her to come on to share with us. So Ina Jones.
Ina?
Yeah, ENA. I assume that's how I pronounce it. I don't know. She's not here to correct me right now.
John, I'd be interested in hearing more about the event in Chicago.
You mean the All Black National Convention?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, we had a great time at the convention, and we, you know, they have a lot of talks and stuff with Dr. Boyce Watkins. I was super busy. Spencer happens to be one of the guys I interviewed for Dr. Boyce Watkins. And so a lot of people have seen some of the interviews and stuff that I've done. So it was surprising to me to go there and everybody recognized me and like, oh, that's John. It's like, well, how do you guys know me? And then they finally said, well, we see you in the interviews all the time. So, but that was a welcome surprise. And then we had our booth there that Dr. Boyce Watkins had given to our group and everything, so that we could go out there and promote ourselves. And so I put out there everything that I had, all the information I had about everybody, shared the websites and everything on any information that I had. So they were very interested in what we are doing. Matter of fact, next week, reason why we won't be having a meeting next week, I will be at the National Black Farmers Association conference in Shreveport, Louisiana. So I'll be going there. That's on the 2nd and 3rd, correct, Denise? Yeah. Next Friday and Saturday, but I'm leaving out Thursday evening, flying down there for that. And so being at that, we made a lot of contacts with quite a few other people across the nation. And so that's part of what I was wanting to talk to the group about. And I've sent out stuff on our webpage and everything else about having 3 things to think about. One was our foundation concept, which is our social construct, and how can we use this? Because what I see is happening is that we're starting to get a lot of people who can't always be able to make it on this meeting at this time. And if we need to change our time to better suit people, then we can do that also. Because if you remember when we first started, we had quite a few people on. And then when the time changed, because some people in the West Coast were so much different than this time here, that it kind of threw them off a little bit on getting off. So might be something that we throw into consideration is our time for a meeting. But it looks like with what we've been talking about in the design of the web page that we're we're working on with Deb and Parker and Jetty, that we will begin to have a page with everybody's information on it across the nation. I got a list of probably 50 or 60 extra individuals from the conference of different people who want to be a part of it. Plus, I'm sure when I go to this conference next week, I probably will gain just as many more. And some of those individuals that I talk to, they have numbers of farmers and individuals who are in the health area in their group. So, they're different individuals that includes different groups. So, I'm just trying to give us an opportunity to really think about where we're going, as we see with the opportunities that Spencer and them have. We see how that can help us out. We see with Deb being able to do websites, Dr. Ramona from the health perspective and the knowledge that she has. Like I said, Parker Lewis with his ability to train. I've been busy here these past couple of weeks just dealing with local government officials who have come down and have wanted us to help put together different aspects as far as helping out the food deserts, as well as a couple of the universities here who got special grants to do feasibility studies and contacted us, and we were one of those that were chosen to work with them. So as we've always said, same thing that Spencer said today, that we've been saying it for over a year, no sense in reinventing the wheel. So if we get something that we're able to put together with what we have at hand, with the individuals that we have at hand, to be able to put a market together, to be able to go out and show people how to do this, to be able to build web pages and be able to feed the communities and to help those communities grow. Once we get it perfected in one spot, we can just duplicate this, cookie cutter it, and put it out throughout the nation. Like I said, we've been approached through the FFA that wants to work with us, with them. We've shared how we want to go about it, and they seem to be somewhat open to that. So that's why we're trying to do the things that we're wanting to do. Where we're at is a historic Black farming community, and so the whole state wants us. The lieutenant governor wants us to really push that. So with what we're doing here, to be able to bring all these different things together and have the whole state look at it, I can see it really taking off and being able to go from there. Spencer, I think I saw your hand go up. Or did you have a question, comment?
If you don't mind, can you touch on the FFA? You said they have reached out or has it talked to them?
Yeah, we've talked to them about us having our own group that wants to partner with them a little bit. Now, we're not looking at joining them and going through the same thing that happened the last time. Trust me, I learned that. But due to the things that they have available to them, the different scholarships and leadership programs and stuff that they have, and being able to have the youth here work with their farms and doing their sales on their farms and things at the fair. What they call them, the 4-H pigs and stuff like that. So that's where that is. Like I said, my thing is definitely 100% not losing the identity. And as I shared with you before about the NFA, was I wanted to do whatever I could to bring back the memory of those people, those pioneers who came through and helped the people out. And that's what I want to be a part of the Black history down here.
No, makes sense. I'm gonna connect you with some introduce you to some people and an organization called Manners, which is Minorities in Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Related Sciences. So Manners is a national professional organization, very similar to the NFA. It's just that, to the FFA, but it's actually it's what came after the NFA. So it's people, it's strictly minorities, mostly African American, that are in those respective fields. So I used to serve as a national officer for Manners a few years back, and they have how it's structured. They have the professional level. That's obviously for working professionals, people in academia, and then they have the student level, so grad and undergraduate students. And then also they have a junior Manners level that are for high school students. So the high school students are going in, coming in, getting full out experience from professional development. They're getting exposed to opportunities to do internships. And the collegiate level students are getting internships as well as full-time job opportunities. And so the sponsors for Manners is companies like John Deere. That I used to work for John Deere. Through Manners is how I got the job. John Deere, Dow AgroSciences, Monsanto. I don't like them, but whatever. And basically the big names within the ag industry. And so they give Manners anywhere between $20,000 to $100,000 every year, each of these companies.
Okay.
And it's a professional development. They have 2 conferences every year. So they have regional conference, and then they have the national conference, which is changes every year. But right now they have Manor chapters are there's one in Puerto Rico, and then there's also 80 chapters throughout the United States. So most of the big institutions, they have a chapter there, present. So it's something that I think should definitely, have some talks with, see if there's some opportunity for partnership. The national headquarters is located in Atlanta, where I live. And, I have a relationship with all those people. So, it'd be nothing to make the connection and then, have some conversation and see if there's some opportunity there. So
that sounds great. That's definitely something that I would be interested in. The reason, I guess, why we become the star child of Indiana is because they've just discovered that we are the only place in Indiana that has been recognized by the Smithsonian Institution. And so because of that, everybody now, is jumping on and piling on, talking about, oh, do you know that this has been here, because we're started promoting our 20th year. And so they started saying, oh, these guys been around for 20 years and nobody knew, which, they did, but they didn't know. But I mean, they've since the conference, The lieutenant governor has sent people down from their office twice. We've been on the phone with them several times. And so they're really, really pushing this. And so, and that's why I said, everybody's coming out the woodworks, but the best thing is I get to choose who we deal with. So yeah, that's why I was saying with you when I first talked to you, before I jump in bed with these guys over here, I want to see what I can do about doing something to bring this back. So yeah, that'll work even better, since there's one that's already established. As we said, no sense in reinventing the wheel. I still want to promote the history of the NFA.
Hear me, because I think you froze. Did you hear me? No.
No, I didn't hear you. It's one of those situations. Like I said, we're experiencing a storm right now, and so one is getting ready to come up. So every time the alert comes on, it freezes up everything.
I got you.
So, but what did you say?
No, I was just saying on a number, so on that boards, the boards, a lot of people that sit on these boards or that are directly involved with manners are people that have decision-making abilities within the company when it comes to funding. USDA is one of the bigger sponsors of manners, and so you have so many opportunities that come from that, as well as potential funding, opportunities as well. So, that's always a key thing.
Sounds great. And like I said, my hope is we have everybody who's on this part of this group, which we're about 35, 40 strong. But where we have everybody at, I would want to be able to have these things going on with the youth group and everything else. Because this is one of the things that we need. We got Jetty on. All right. At least he was there, looking like Darth Vader there for a moment, but he then disappeared on me.
No, he's the son of Godzilla.
Oh, my bad. Son of Godzilla, but he's not. He must be listening. He must be busy. I know he's keeping an eye on his crops out there. So if he gets a chance to come on, we'll talk with him. But this is part of what I'm talking about as far as the group, by us being able to come together and work together such as this. This could be opportunities throughout our group to be able to learn. There's grants out there. I've been putting those on the page, and I've been trying to share with everybody. There's the 1890 program with the USDA that's coming up. January 31st is the deadline for that. So if there's any seniors or anything like that are getting ready to go to school that is interested in agriculture, that's a good one. And there's a lot of block grants, farm to school, things of those nature that are coming up that we've been working with here recently. So, and that's where we are as far as trying to put everything together right now, is just trying to share with everybody where we're at and to putting in where we're going to go once we get all this information together. That we have to be able to put it in together in a manner to where is easy accessible, and also be able to put it together to where it's going to help out. Because, like I said, the three things that I had for us to consider, one was the foundational concept, which is our social construct of who all we have. So we want to be able to start to categorize everybody and put out there what each person's what they're doing and how we can utilize each other's talents and everything. How we can are dealing with our current issues, social success, and being competitive out there. So in order for us all to do this, you know, although many of us, such as myself and Parker Lewis, is more of and I'm not going to take it away from anybody else, but I think all of us is out there because this is our passion to do. And so, you know, we're not rolling in the big bucks, but, you know, in order for us to be able to maintain and be able to do this stuff, we do need to make money. So we need to be able to put this stuff together in a manner in which to do so. And then the final thing would be our social integration, being able to break through the barriers and things that have held us back. And so that's why I'm trying to help us to understand about the grants that are coming up. A lot of the back to school grants, or farm to school. I don't know why I keep saying back to school. And a lot of other grants that are coming up. So I'm gonna start posting those out and sending those out in the email so that everybody can get those and different ways so we can help break the barrier. So Deb, I see that you got your hand up.
Yeah. In regard to a simple way of us putting like a summary of what we're doing out there and parts of our conversations as we're moving along would be set up an old-fashioned forum, an online forum, like a bulletin board, like we used, you know, for so many years. That's a really good place to put both static information and things as we move along, and would be a way for more people to tap in.
Right.
And I could set that up on one of my current websites.
Well, that sounds great. That sounds great because we're looking at getting with you to put our website together for the group and everything. So and that's what we were wanting to get with you about, is putting that stuff together so we can have our website together and be able to put that up. So yeah, a bulletin board would be great.
All I need to get started is for you to tell me what the name of the site should be, and I can reserve the name. It'll just be like $15 to do it for the first year.
Okay. Well, we'll get together and go over all that and go from there.
Super.
Okay. Anybody else got any questions, comments? Parker Lewis? Dr. Ramona?
No, I cannot think of any questions right now.
Okay. So, well, I think that with what Spencer brought out. Oh, one thing I was wanting to ask Spencer, I wrote it down, but I didn't read it. Could you share with us your GoFundMe page for the youth in case anybody wanted to?
I think I thought I put it in the chat.
Did you? I haven't read it. I didn't look at the chat. Okay. I just saw the information. When I hit chat, everything bounces up there. So, okay, I see it on there. So it's in the chat page. And we do have Son of Godzilla back.
Hi, forgive me. I had to go for a minute. I'm late and everything, but I'm here. How are you, Spencer? Dr. Ramona? Jamerson?
Yeah. So
I have nothing to say. I'm just here fly on the wall. Can't wait for the video because I missed everything. All
right. Yeah. Jetty, the Son of Godzilla, Jetty, Darth Vader, whatever we want to call him. He's been so kind to be our secretary, so to speak, and he's been the one who's been sending out emails to everybody. So I will make sure that he gets it. Did you get the last one?
Yes, sir. I did receive it. Thank you.
Okay. So I'll make sure, and I'm trying to add everybody to our Facebook page to make sure that everybody can get the updates and everything else on that also.
Okay.
So, and we'll go from there.
Thank you, sir.
So if there's nothing else that anybody wants to say or any comments that anybody has, then we will go ahead and close out. Everybody good?
Just one thing. Could you refresh memory about our Facebook page?
Facebook page. We have a group called Legacy Farming and Health on Facebook.
All right.
And I don't know. I don't think I have you on there, but I will be sure to add you.
Great. Yes, great. Thanks.
And
Too many buttons here.
yeah. Well, hey, that's all right. You're good. You're good. Parker Lewis, you are on the correct Facebook page. Okay, I guess he's frozen over there. Spencer, we'd love to add you to our Facebook page.
Yeah, I'm on the Facebook page. I got knocked out of my screen.
Okay, no problem. I was looking at Spencer, and then I heard this voice come. I said, "Well, hold on, he ain't even moving his mouth." So, all right, we good.
No, please do. I'll let me know whatever information you might need. I actually got 2 Facebook pages. One I don't use anymore, but I can tell you which one's the correct one. So,
okay. Well, I because it's a private group, because it's inside the Freedom Mastermind page group that Dr. Boyce Watkins has. So I don't think that you can reach the page on your own. I'd have to invite you in personally. Okay. But whatever you have, if you want, you can friend me through my name on Facebook, and then I can add you from there.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay.
All right. So with everything, all hearts and mind clear, we'll go ahead and get ready to close out this meeting. And I will be talking to you, Spencer, a little bit later on. Like I said, I do have a few people that I've talked to that's been wanting to catch up with you. And we'll go from there. So with that, we will go ahead and end the meeting and look forward to seeing you guys in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys.